Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you guys so much for tuning in today as we go ahead and take a look into Dawson's Creek. This is season number one, episode number five, called Hurricane. So, I'm pretty sure this episode is going to be a hurricane episode as far as them being in a storm. I mean, I think because they are in Massachusetts, I believe. I think this show is being taken place in Massachusetts, and I'm not quite sure if hurricanes could reach up this far. I forget exactly where in Massachusetts, but I'm pretty positive that's where the show is where it's being taken place at. And yeah, I'm not sure if hurricanes can reach up here, but I don't know. That's what the episode's called, so that's what I'm going into this episode with my mindset on. I'm guessing we're gonna be stuck in a storm, possibly. So if you guys are a fan of Dawson's Creek or what we do here in Geek Down Nation, don't forget to leave us a like, comment, subscribe. If you guys want some early and unedited episodes, feel free and check us out on our Patreon if that interests you guys. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look into this next episode and see what the hurricane title is all about. This is Dawson's Creek. Here we go.
God, could they be any more obvious? So, Gil, what is your view on the current situation in Bosnia? Will you be jumping my bones after the broadcast?
Poor Dawson.
You know, you're gonna have to deal with this, Dawson.
Everything's postponed because of the hurricane.
Your life is a hurricane.
Joey, it's too late.
Later.
Unbelievable.
I take it they're not letting you cover the hurricane.
Of
Why
course
would you
not.
want
I'm missing
to?
a certain appendage between my legs, which apparently makes one uniquely qualified to cover inclement weather.
Come on, Dawson. Confront her.
My dad's a great guy, isn't he? Maybe on the Tom Hanks, Harrison Ford idealistic side, but solid like a man.
Honey, did you secure the front porch?
I'll get right on it.
Come on,
Gotta get ready
Dawson.
for Hurricane Bob.
Oh!
Oh, that's right. Chris is the Hurricane, Bob's the anchorman.
Oh, that was smooth. That was smooth. I would have just came out and said it though. That's just me. I would have been an asshole. How dare you, Mom? She probably would have took the belt off and beat me up.
I just want it noted that I am here and I'm on your side. I just want you to live a happy and fruitful life.
You know, women happen to love my CD collection.
Answer me this. Why did you choose a profession that requires you to dress like one of the village people?
I chose to wear a badge.
Was kind enough to help me secure the place.
Oh, yeah. He's a great guy.
Look, he's gonna make moves on her.
How's your homework coming? I hope this bad weather
Casey's
is giving
brother.
you a chance to catch up on your reading.
Are you kidding? The guy's a goof.
Real like.
Tomorrow?
Ah,
Oh!
I hate storms. I really don't do well at all in bad weather.
Well, we'll have to do something about that.
Hey, you thought he was gay.
I've weathered more storms in my time.
I have more plaques and trophies than you do. Bad boy. Well, you just be careful out there. I'd like you back in one piece.
Oh, I'm confronting her. I don't care. I'm doing it. I just got goosebumps seeing that because I didn't think Dawson was going to do that yet.
Dawson, honey.
Spouse, mate, better half. Any of those ring a bell?
I totally agree. He worded that so perfect.
Are you okay?
I would have been so, like,
I don't get it.
an asshole.
I've got these two adolescent parents who bump like rabbits every day of their lives. You think that... Oh.
Is that Joey?
Don't even tell me.
Honey, just passing through.
She probably was like, oh no.
What are you doing in there?
Just regressing for a moment. Remember how we used to play in there when we were kids? It isn't about me.
Man. What a tough episode right now for Dawson.
Racing at 15 miles an hour, and they're steadily climbing. Now, although it's still undetermined whether Hurricane Christopher is going to make landfall right here in Capeside, I can tell you
Who'd you
right
say,
now
Caruso?
the hurricane is heading in our direction.
I wouldn't worry about Bob, Mr. Larry.
Listen to your local authorities. this back to the studio in just a moment's time.
When you gonna tell him? Come on now.
All day long as the storm progresses.
I'm missing you too, but. There, are you happy? Oh, no, 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 no.
Dude, Pacey. Oh my god. Dude, Pacey, are you joking? She said it in the most harshest way ever.
Apology. This is, after all, on the other side of forgiveness.
I felt like she said that in such a harsh way. Like, man.
Batteries.
I knew I should have gotten some more.
I never feel bad when I see situations like this, because it's like, yo, you did it to yourself.
Everything okay? Oh yeah, everything's fine. I think there's more candles.
A dysfunctional ex-husband, and New York wasn't big enough for the two of us.
Well, I'll tell you, I was your ex-husband. I'd be full of regret right about now.
He is so corny.
Okay, my turn. Dougie, if you could star in any Broadway musical, which one would you choose? Easy. Tony, West Side Story. It's not because I'm too young, is it? I mean, please, don't pull the age thing on me. I'm 24, soon to be 25.
No, it's not that at all. It's just that I know that you're
Okay.
gay.
He is going to flip.
What?
Doug's gonna slap Pacey.
Did you tell her I'm gay?
No, I guessed it. When I lived in New York, I lived on Christopher Street. I have good gaydar.
He's not gay. All right, then. So, whose turn is it?
I'd be like, you gotta go. That was too much.
Before I physically remove you from it.
Ooh, that's a bit much, Mitch. Just a little too much there. Oh no, no, don't drive, don't drive. No! Oh my God, please don't tell me something bad's going to happen. Oh my God, I hope he's okay.
Lay down and the light streamed across my face.
Pacey, Pacey, Pacey.
Felt the beauty of sun.
Well, I'm happy to see Mitch is back, because honestly, the way he was leaving, I'll wait to the end. I'll wait to the end.
Find my way to the other.
A husband who stimulates me mind, body, and soul every day of my life.
I'd be like, I don't trust you
I want for nothing.
when you say that last part.
And I guess that left me feeling empty, not wanting. And I just want.
That was a mouthful. Well, I'm sorry for using the mother card. I keep it in my back pocket, and it's way too easy.
Joe, I don't know what I would do if I lost my mother.
Why, I think he's come back for his noon feeding.
Gotta get a shot at this August head.
Smile, you son of a bitch.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our episode for today. Season number 1, episode number 5. Hurricane. I was going to say The Hurricane, but that's a movie, Hurricane. Anyways, you guys, this was a pretty good episode as I predicted in the intro to this episode. Obviously, the title being called Hurricane. I was like, okay, we're going into this episode possibly going into a storm. And that's exactly what happened. Now, I'm very surprised that we got, Mitch finally finding out that his wife cheated on him. The way she came out and told him, I felt like was so aggressive. She was like down to the important details of when this started happening, the exact time it stopped, I was like, "Oh my god, you're like everything." Like, "Oh, whenever I told you an excuse to leave out the house, I was with him." I was like, "Oh my god." In my head, I'm like, "You don't have to tell him all of this, but just say you cheated and I think he gets the picture." You know what I mean? So, I felt so bad for Mitch, man. I felt so bad to see his reaction to finding out that his wife cheated on him. um it was so hard to watch. It was so hard and so tough to watch. Great acting from both actor and actress. I say that because I don't know their names. Speaking about Dawson's parents, their acting was phenomenal in this episode, and them sharing those moments on screen with each other, it felt so real. It felt very real. And it struck me a little bit. I was like, damn, like I felt the pain, I don't think Dawson's mom literally has a good enough reason to do what she did. I think she kind of admitted that at the end of the show where they were talking on the porch. She kind of admitted that. She was like, there was no good reason. It's gonna be worse. Like when I tell you, like it was no reason why I did what I did. My life is perfect. I have a great career. I have a great family at home, a great home. Um, we live right by like the lake or beach or wherever it is that they're at. They look like they live close to a beach or something like that. But she has it good, it's probably not exactly how she wanted her life to be, but it's a still pretty good, solid life. Um, so it was just a very tough moment to sit here and see these characters go through what they go through. It doesn't really tell us what this mean as far as like, what's the next step from here? Are they going to split up? Is it going to take some time for them to try to rekindle their relationship? It's a very weird situation to be a part of, especially if you're any of these two right now. But I'm very curious to find out and see what happens. We got Dawson in this episode. Dawson had a rough time. If you ask me, I think Dawson had a pretty shitty episode as far as if we were basing this episode, as if it was like days. Dawson had a pretty shitty day. Honestly, it was just not going well, being stuck in this house, knowing the truth about his mom, um, not seeing eye to eye with Joey, kind of still had an issue with Jen. There's no way he did not have an issue with it. I think he definitely did still, just a little bit. And that leads me to speaking about Jen. I felt extremely sad for her. The fact that she was in tears, breaking down, explaining what she went through in her life to get her here. Now, if Dawson and Jennifer were more serious, like in a very serious relationship, then I could see that this is a problem. But I honestly didn't feel like this was a huge problem as far as for Jennifer to be in tears and breaking down that the way she was. You know what I mean? Everybody has a past, whether it's good, whether it's bad, everybody has a past. So for me, I was a bit upset that Dawson, not specifically in this episode, but it carried a little bit over into this episode, was upset about her past, that she isn't this, sweet, perfect, innocent, virgin girl, that doesn't bother me. And I'm saying if I was Dawson, like if I'm Dawson, I would be like, listen, what got you here? It got you here, but that was all before me. Whatever we have going on now is now. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just was like, this broke my heart to see her like this in tears, having to break down and explain herself to Dawson. You know what I mean? Which, in my opinion, I don't feel like she has to do that, because it's her life. It's what she went through. It's what she experienced. And who knows, maybe that was a dark time in her life, and I think she might have mentioned how bad it was for her back then, so maybe she doesn't want to talk about something so serious like that right away, and I totally understand it. I totally get it. And, I, Dawson said that it wasn't that was making him upset, but I think it was a combination of everything, and that's why I say I think he had a pretty crappy day because there's just a lot going on. But I support Jennifer 100%. if they are going to be like a thing and be together, I'm for it. I'm definitely for it. I'm not against it or anything like that. But I think Dawson just needs to, be more relaxed, man. Ease into what's happening. You can't think that everything is going to be picture perfect every single time. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what I had to say about that there. We had a very weird yet scary situation with, I believe, Doug, who is Pacey's brother. I believe that's how you say his name, where he draws the gun on Pacey. And look at that face, ladies and gentlemen. That's a face that's ready to possibly do some damage, okay? Not saying he was going to, but you can never take chances when it comes to stuff like this. And I was very disappointed with Doug for doing this, abusing that power almost. Obviously he didn't shoot or kill his brother, but the fact he pulled the gun on him to kind of scare him or threaten him, that's a little bit of abuse of power if you ask me, like I was not a fan of this at all. I thought this was a bit over the top, very extreme. I just don't get it, being Doug, being the guy that he is, a policeman. He seems like a well together kind of like well together put guy. Why would he do this to his younger brother that is 15 years old? I didn't understand it, like I didn't get, and I'm not saying that the show didn't make sense for them having this happen. I'm just saying like I just didn't get from a character point of view, like I just didn't get why he would do this, you know, especially because Pacey's only 15. The hell you pulling a gun out on your younger brother? He's guaranteed has to be almost in his like 25, maybe 30. Talking about Doug, you know what I mean? You should have a little bit more self awareness and self control over your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Even though what Pacey said was a bit wrong, saying that his brother was gay, dude, just tell her straight up, no, I'm not gay. La la la. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't a fan of this. Pacey, you got lucky here. Cause if he was a bad guy, you would have been gone. Pacey and Miss Jacobs, their relationship keeps spicing up. It's going to be a very terrible downfall. I could see it happening. I could see it happening. I could see it happening. Last thing that I was gonna talk about was obviously Mitchell or Mitch. I think I don't know if it's Mitchell. I think it's just Mitch. Mitch and his wife. You know, well, mainly Mitch. Okay, there was a moment where he left during the hurricane. I got very scared. I got very worried. I assumed because of how bad the storm was and how his emotions was feeling at this time, I could have sworn I thought for sure that something bad was going to happen. That's why I had a little bit of a panic. But then we saw him drive back, so I was very happy about that. But anyways, that was our episode, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty good episode to advance our story here in Dawson's Creek. Can't wait to watch the next one with you guys. And thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys then.